Maggie, thank you for always doing things around the house. I got a bonus, and it's our 5th wedding anniversary. I'm thinking of buying a car for us.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I've got the car you wanted, and I even got a good deal.
Are you serious? I can't believe it! That nice car?
I'm not kidding. I thought that car was nice too. You're working as a freelancer now too. Our income has become more stable, so I thought it would be a good idea. What do you think? I can still cancel though.
I would never say no. It's the car I've always wanted. But I had always wanted to buy that car.
Well then, good for you. I wanted it to be a surprise though, as a way of thanking you for your daily supports. If it didn't work out, I would have canceled it. I just had to talk to you about it.
It's a big purchase for sure. But I'm all for it. And it's a surprise too. Made me happy to hear that. Thank you. But of course, I'll pay for it too.
What? Are you sure? I was thinking of making it my gift to you.
That's too expensive for a gift. But I appreciate the gesture. Don't worry, I'll pay for it too. Really looking forward to it.
Maggie, how could you get such a nice car? It's not fair.
Wait, what?
I heard it from my mom. Dean is buying you a car, right? I can't believe it. Why? You're just a useless housewife.
You heard this from your mom?
Why do you get to have a fancy foreign car? You're just a housewife. I'm working, but I only get to drive an old used car.
Dean should have just told his mom that he was buying a new car. Besides, it's not only your brother who is buying this car.
I heard the story from my brother. I heard he is buying a fancy foreign car. That's unfair. You're not even working. Do you enjoy making your husband pay that kind of money?
I had saved myself some money too. And that was a car of my dreams, so I really wanted it. I've been trying so hard to save money for a while now.
I don't buy your story. Don't get so ahead of yourself.
I have savings from before we got married, plus our shared savings. And I'm freelancing now and making a little money. We're buying it with that money.
I don't understand what you're talking about. How dare you, a housewife, spend my brother's money on your own car? You're the worst.
I'm telling you, it's my money too. And I do work freelance from home. I mean, Carla, it's none of your business anyways. What we spend our money on is up to us.
But it's not fair. I think it is absolutely ridiculous.
But it's our decision.
You'll let me drive it, right?
Huh?
I can drive it too, right? I work hard every day too. But I haven't been able to afford a nice car. So you can let me drive.
I can't let you drive it. But I think I can give you a ride.
Why not?
I can't let you drive because the insurance policy only covers me and Dean. I can't let someone else drive my car that easily.
You're a cheapskate. You spend so much money on a car, but you won't let me, your sister-in-law, drive it.
I wouldn't even let my own brother drive my car. It's not safe to let someone without insurance coverage drive.
I don't know what you're talking about. That means you look down on me, doesn't it?
Huh? That's not what I'm saying at all.
You're so lucky my brother makes good money. That's the only reason you can afford it.
Carla, what are you trying to say? Why are you so jealous?
Huh? Why would I be jealous of an old tag like you? There's no way I'm jealous of you.
It seems like you're jealous that I'm getting a new car.
I'm not jealous. I just don't like it. It pisses me off that you get to have nice things without any effort. I'm working hard every day at my part-time job at the supermarket. My husband never gives me anything. I'm living paycheck to paycheck.
You should talk to your husband about that. It's your family. I can't really say anything.
I'm pissed off at you for spending my brother's money so proudly. Anyways, I'm going to borrow your car later. I'll go visit you soon.
Please, call me when you come. I'll tell Dean about it.
Make sure you tell him to lend me that car.
I can't lend you the car. I'm sorry. Bye now.
It's so unfair for you to get to drive a car like that. And a white car. That's the color I wanted.
Huh?
I was so pissed off, so I painted it black. I think it looks better now. That car is too fancy and doesn't suit you at all.
I know you're jealous. But what are you talking about? A white car?
How many times have I told you I'm not jealous? You were so cocky. I had to spray black paint all over that car. I changed the color of your car so you can thank me.
Wait. I don't know what you're talking about. Which car are you talking about? And you painted it?
You parked the car in front of your house, right? I can't believe you parked in such an obvious place. Are you trying to show off? You don't deserve to drive that car. So I sprayed paint on that white car and made it black.
My car is originally black, though.
Huh? Then whose car is this?
My car is black. And I'm not home right now. So my car is not parked in front of the house. What are you talking about? What did you do?
Wait a minute. An angry-looking man just came out of the house next door.
Are you saying that you painted that neighbor's car?
But it was parked in front of your house. I didn't know it wasn't your car. What should I do? This is a really bad situation, isn't it?
They don't usually park their car in front of their house. So I'm not sure whose it is. Anyway, that's not my car. I suggest you apologize to him quickly.
I can't. I'm too scared. I'm leaving. You didn't hear anything.
You can't do that. Even if that's not our car. Do you mean you mistakenly sprayed paint on someone else's luxury car? That's a crime. I think you should apologize before the problem gets out of control. If you apologize properly, they might forgive you.
I don't think so. I bet they will do something bad to me. If they ask you something, don't say anything.
You definitely shouldn't run away. They're definitely going to find out later that you did this. If it was just paint, you can clean it somehow, can't you?
No, I also scratched the car.
Huh? Why did you do that?
Because I was pissed off. I hated that you got such a nice car.
I can't believe that those feelings are enough for you to act like that. Anyways, I really think you owe them an apology. Are you still there? Hello?
I heard that Carla's not home yet.
That doesn't surprise me. I just went to talk to the neighbor earlier, just in case.
What? Did you go there by yourself?
I get along well with the neighbor's wife. We chat once in a while, so it was no problem. One of their associates was over for a short while, and he wasn't going to stay there that long, so he didn't park properly. That's why he parked in front of the house, apparently. That was the whole story. I apologized to them, but they said it wasn't our fault and not to worry. They apologized to me, actually.
I see. I'm glad to hear that. But what happened to Carla?
It looks like Carla will have to pay for her actions. The neighbor's wife doesn't seem to be able to interfere in all this. The man who was visiting them today is allegedly a mob boss or something, and that was his car, apparently.
What? Seriously? That sounds really bad.
She was trying to get out of there, but she was caught on the spot, put in their car and taken away. Well, the wife said she would be able to pay the price in their way, and after she paid, they would let her go home. They can't do anything outrageous these days like they used to. I think she's simply going to be held responsible for the damage to the car.
Then I guess it's okay. I contacted Carla's husband just in case. He, too, said it was her own fault and she had no choice.
I never thought this would happen. Our neighbor's also just a victim.
Yeah, I'm going to buy some kind of gift as an apology for them after work.
Well, it seems like Carla is safe. I hope this is an opportunity for her to reflect. even if she was jealous that I drive a nice car. If you harass people like this, you will end up hurting yourself. I hope she understands a little better.
If she doesn't get it, I'll cut her off forever.
What? Why?
I'm done with that kind of sister. I'm tired of cleaning up her mess.
Yeah, you're right. That might be the best thing to do.
Hi, Maggie. It's been a minute.
Huh? Carla, are you okay? Where are you now?
I'm very sorry about what I did. I will never do anything like that again. I sincerely regret it.
What a change in character. I'm glad you have reflected on yourself. Don't do something like that ever again.
Of course.
Dean and I have already decided that we want to keep our distance from you. I'm sorry, but don't come to our house anymore.
I got dumped by my husband as well. Could you please help me?
I see. I'm sorry, but we can't help you. And I think you deserve it.
I am truly sorry.
You'll have to deal with it yourself.
Please don't abandon me. I really regret everything. I have no one else to turn to.
Sorry, but when you come to our house, I'll tell the neighbors again.
Please don't do that. I understand. I promise I won't bother you guys anymore.
You're not our problem anymore, but good luck. Well then, goodbye. Carla was taken away for a month to pay for the damage. No one knows what happened to her during that time. She had an unimaginable experience, and she came back as if she were a different person. However, she was eventually abandoned by her husband, who divorced her and kicked her out of the house. Her parents have also abandoned her and will not allow her to move back to their home. Carla was also cut off by her brother and sister-in-law. She has nowhere to go. She should have thought a little more before doing something so stupid. I think she finally realized that. But it's a little too late for that now.
Hey, Allie. Don't you feel ashamed for what you've done? Do you understand how much of a pain you are to others?
Huh? What's gotten into you all of a sudden?
How lame is it to be living unmarried and at your parents' house when you're 41 years old? Do you understand how much of a burden you are to our family?
I don't think I'm a burden.
The fact that you still live at home is embarrassing, which is a burden in and of itself. It's not normal for people to live at home at that age.
I'm living at home, but most of the time I'm not even there. I also bring home money to support the family. You have no right as my older sister to complain about me.
I'm embarrassed having you as a part of the family. You're a failure because you're still living in at home.
Are you even listening to what I'm saying?
You're a failure. That's why you can't get married. Popular girls like me can get married really quickly.
Oh, really? You're right that you got married and had kids. And maybe our parents are grateful for that. But since I can't contribute in that same way, I have been giving mom and dad money. You're not doing that now, are you? You keep complaining about me.
But you're also over 40 now. And since you're my older sister,
You've lived even more than me. But even though you're the older sister, you and your husband still haven't sent our parents any money. What's up with that?
I have no idea what you're talking about, so I'm not responding.
Don't ignore me. You just won't reply because I'm right.
I'm not gonna play your little games. You're not even willing to listen to what I have to say.
You know that I'm right. You're the one who's not willing to listen to what I have to say.
I've kicked you out of mom and dad's house.
Huh?
What do you mean you kicked me out? You're not home now, right?
I've told you a million times that I don't go home often, since I have to go on international business trips frequently.
Are you saying that to brag? I'll have you known that nothing about that is worth bragging about. For me, having your own family is what truly can bring you happiness.
You might be right. But everyone's values are different. I can't deny your way of thinking. So can you not accept my way of life?
A 40-something-year-old unmarried woman like you serves no purpose.
Are you listening?
You're trash. Actually, some trash might be more valuable than you.
How long are you going to berate me until you're satisfied?
You're on a business trip right now, correct? You've worked all your life, and now you're 40. What's fun about a life like that?
You really don't have to say that. I'm busy now, so are you done? If you want to keep talking, whatever.
My husband and I are considering moving in with Mom and Dad.
What? Really?
That's why Mom and Dad said that they'll refuse to take any more money from you. You probably weren't giving them much anyways. We talked about inheritance too. They said they don't want you to claim the right to anything. So we're cutting ties off with you. Just treat us like strangers from now on, okay?
Huh? Why were you guys talking about inheritance? Mom and Dad are still healthy, right?
This is regarding future business. I don't want you to steal the inheritance from Mom and Dad. I'm the one who deserves it anyways.
I get what you're saying, but I never had any intentions of claiming the right to the inheritance anyways. So then, why do I have to break off ties with the family? All I was doing was sending our parents some extra money.
I've made it so that they cut off all ties with you because they never want to see you again.
Let's talk about this when I return home. I'll listen to what you want. This isn't something meant to be discussed over text. We should talk about this more calmly. If you want to move in with Mom and Dad, then that's fine. Do what you want.
You don't seem to understand. You being there is a burden.
Are you really going to say that? I had no intention of burdening anyone.
Even if you didn't mean to be a burden, you are one. I'm done speaking with you. Why don't you go back to work? That's all you're good for anyways.
I was gonna get back to work anyways. Don't be so nasty.
My husband agrees with me. He thinks you're weird.
Why would he say something so rude? I've barely even met with him, yet he says that about me?
That's because it's weird for someone to be in their 40s, unmarried, and living with their parents. You boasting about how you give money to Mom and Dad is also a joke.
Feel free to say whatever you want, but you have no right to say any of those things. Who does your husband even think he is?
Don't make fun of my husband.
Then how about you don't make fun of me? We need time to seriously talk this through. Talk to you later.
My husband and I are moving in with Mom and Dad today. You'll have nowhere to live now.
Huh? Seriously? I told you we should talk this through. Did you forget?
There's nothing worth discussing with you. I've already thrown away your belongings.
Huh? I know you looked down on me, but did you really have to go that far?
While you were on your international business trip, I threw away everything into the dumpster. Since you always brag about your business trips. You're a good-for-nothing woman that still depends on her parents after hitting 40. Never come back. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Throwing everything in the dumpster, wasn't that a hustle for you?
It was, but it was worth it because now I can cut off ties from you.
Did Mom and Dad agree to you doing this?
They were on the fence about it at first, but they eventually came around. They did it so that you can become independent. Stop letting our parents support you and live on your own for once. Just because you're giving Mom and Dad money doesn't mean anything. You need to live independently.
Did you seriously throw everything away?
Yep. I did it while you were on your little trip. You're a parasite living off of Mom and Dad. Don't come home.
Thanks. You made things easier for me.
Huh?
I said that I was going on a business trip, but I'm actually working here indefinitely and had no plans of going back.
Huh? What do you mean?
I used to go on international trips and return home when I got back into the country. But if I was living there full-time, then wouldn't I have had to pay rent?
I don't understand. What are you even saying? So you're telling me that you weren't actually living there in the first place?
Well, of course I would return home for short periods of time when I'd come back. But I never intended on fully living there. I already have a house in Paris.
Huh? You have a house in Paris?
I didn't tell you! I bought it last year. I was always moving between New York, London, and Paris. But from now on, I'd like to settle down in Paris. That's why I ended up buying the house.
I don't understand what you're saying. How can you afford to buy a house in Paris?
How? Well, I am working. I also just simply wanted to send money home to mom and dad. I pretended that it was for rent. Well, if mom and dad don't care anymore, then that's fine. I won't be planning on living there ever again anyways. I'm actually grateful that you cleaned up my room for me. Thanks.
So you never planned on taking mom and dad's house as your own? Why would I do such a thing?
I don't think I said anything about doing that.
Yeah, you didn't say anything, but
I didn't even know you wanted the house. If mom and dad are okay with you living there, then I don't have any complaints. Just do whatever you want, Mia.
huh? So what was I trying to compete for?
I have no idea. I think it's respectable that you're raising your 2 kids, but I don't like being told what to do by you. If you want to break off ties with me, then go ahead. Of course, I'll stop sending money just like you said I should. In return, you threatened me to not take any of the inheritance, right?
Yeah.
What's even there to be inherited? Mom and dad are just living off their pension. I don't think there will be anything left to give to us besides the house. I never planned on receiving the house anyways. So you really didn't have to compete with anyone.
How could I have known? Does living off their pension really mean that they don't have much extra money? I suspected that you were surely using our parent savings to go abroad since you go so often.
Come on, you seriously know nothing about me.
What do you mean?
I've worked so hard to the point that they put me in magazines. I'm practically famous. You seriously know nothing.
What? You're famous.
I go by the name Arena. If you Google me, stuff should come up. I have tens of thousands of followers on social media.
What do you mean? What kind of job do you even have?
I'm a designer. The fact that you don't know is shocking.
Huh? You're a designer? I've never heard this before.
From your perspective, I'm just a 40-something-year-old who's unmarried and likes to have fun abroad. You think I'm some good-for-nothing loser that uses her parents' money to mess around.
That's how it seemed.
I'm sorry, but that's so far from the truth. I used the money I made to go abroad and learn. And now I've made it. By the way, I'm not lonely. I have a partner.
What? A partner?
We've been partners for a while now, but we just got engaged.
Hold on, I just checked on Instagram. You're engaged to this good-looking guy? This must be a joke.
It's not a joke. I'm sorry, but my life is a lot more fulfilling than you thought it was.
There's no way that you can be engaged to some extremely handsome guy, while I was cheated on by my shabby husband. And my life isn't going well? My husband quit his job and he returned to his hometown so that he can get by without paying rent. How come you're the one who gets to live a happy life? That's not fair.
Can you calm down? What are you trying to say? You proclaimed that I would be kicked out of mom and dad's house and cut off from the family. Then you threw all my stuff out of the house. But now you're jealous? Please, get yourself together. Have you ever thought that maybe the reason you're in this situation is the result of your own actions?
What are you saying?
There's nothing more that I can do for you. You and your husband can take care of our parents. That's what you wanted, right? In the meantime, I'll be living happily in Paris. Bye! I'll probably never see you again. We learned about Ali's situation and how she was always looked down upon, and her older sister Mia, who went crazy from jealousy. Their parents lived on a tight budget, sustaining their livelihoods through their pension. Mia later realized that living with her parents wouldn't allow her to gain any money. In the end, her husband cheated on her, so she left. She took care of her kids at home with her parents, and even got a job to make some money. This made Mia realize that she should have tried to get along better with her little sister and communicated with her more. It's times of need when she regrets not forming a bond with her sister. She especially regretted things when she saw Ali come on TV. Allie is so far out of reach to her now. Her family regrets not treating her well. They should have realized this sooner.